Since European settlement in Australia, alcohol has had a favoured role in our culture. 83% of Australians have made it our legal drug of choice. But are we as a nation now in denial of a dangerous drinking problem? Tanya?
Well, I don't think we're in denial. I think a lot of people recognise that alcohol is an issue for our country, and we see the statistics daily. We know about the thousands of deaths that occur each year, and I think people are very aware that, you know, next year or next week it could be them or their family, and we're very conscious these days. We see alcohol more and more in the media, and I think that's a good thing, although it does tend to get displaced by the sexier stories around illicit drugs, which is quite common. But I think we're becoming more and more aware as time goes on.
Robin, who is most at risk from alcohol?
Well, the first thing to say is men compared with women. If Australian men would just drink the way Australian women did, then the problems from alcohol would diminish by at least a half. So there's a big gender difference in problems from alcohol. The problems of injury and that go along with intoxication tend to be strongest among people who are ages, say, 18 to 25, and tend to diminish somewhat after then. The people who come into treatment for alcohol problems tend to be people in their 30s or 40s who perhaps kept on with their as good time Charlies when people thought it was time, it wasn't appropriate any longer. So you can say that basically this is a problem, first of all, among adults and to some extent certainly among older adolescents. It's a problem that is widespread in the population. There are certainly differences between one piece of the population and another. For instance, it's interesting that in Australia, unlike other English-speaking countries, people in the countryside, there's more heavy drinkers in the countryside than in the cities. So the problems are widespread.
Natalie, can you tell us first of all about, in the industry's view, why are young women now starting to drink in a competitive way with young men?
Well, I don't know that the industry has a view. I mean, the industry is hundreds of thousands of people all around Australia. It's producers, it's wine growers, it's retailers.